So, we're live. AEW Go Home Show to All Out. Mike, we're not going on a trip.
I mean,
Going to the show. For me, if I came there, it'd be a trip. For you, it's just home.
yeah, I mean, if like to me, most of it going to the show has to do with what's it called? Like having like the whole weekend and like hanging out with everybody. So like, if they were here, like I'd go to the show, but I think it would still feel weird. Like I'd rather have everybody else here. So I think the fact that it's not going to be here and no one else, like the fact that it's not going to be a trip, I'd rather have their show somewhere else.
Brown guys from Canada go on. It's not a real trip, right, Mike?
I guess.
But it's true. It's me and Rugby. We're the staple.
Yeah. So,
anyways, we had private. What's it? Let's say private party. Santana and Ortiz versus Best Friends, and this match it was just there. Well, not there. It happened. I watched it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean that's like it was the opener, so like I kind of missed some of it. I saw when Chuck Taylor like did that bump, like that flip into the chairs. That was pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, don't have anything else really to say about this.
Anyways, next match we had the winner, the group that won this match would face each other all out. So this was
a weird stipulation.
SCU and Private Party versus Young Bucks and Jurassic Express. I'm like, there's no way the Young Bucks is not going to be on All Out.
Yeah.
And SCU and Private Party, that's a buy-in match. That's not a pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
So obviously Young Bucks and Jurassic Express won, and I think the match is all right, but I think the pay-per-view match is going to be great.
So I think so too. When I like, it's the same thing. Like, I don't think they've ever had a match against each other that I can recall. So that's going to be awesome. But then at the end, the Bucks walked out, and I posed the question: do you think the Bucks are turning heel?
I don't know. Maybe they'll just be heel in that match.
But then, friend of the show Tommy was like, I think by the end of the show on Saturday, all the OG Elite will be heels. You'll have Young Bucks. You'll have Kenny the Cleaner.
We'll do that on the All Out preview.
Yeah, so look forward to that on Friday. But yeah, the Bucks in this match, they're gonna, they won, so they're facing Jurassic Express, so that should be a lot of fun.
So, what do you think about this in-ring interview with Omega and Hangman and pretty much the FTR?
It's one of those things where you see FTR and you wonder why they weren't big in WWE. Like, why didn't they get pushed as much as they should have? Because they're just so great, like especially with like interviews and segments. But yeah, it goes back to the theory that the Elite are going to be all heels after the show because Kenny kind of slid out of the ring and like Hangman was just there with both titles, and it's one of those things where the titles don't even matter anymore because like everyone's kind of going their own separate ways and they're going after each other, and the titles are just the string that's holding Kenny and Hangman together. So it's I think what's going to happen. Well, I'm not going to talk about what's going to happen on the pay per view because we're going to talk about it on Friday. But I don't know. This was fun, and the fact that what's his name, Blanchard, is just like he just jumped from who was he with before?
Blanchard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's with what's his face? He was with the chairman.
Oh yeah, and that just kind of like died, I guess. But that's yeah. I don't know. What did you think about this?
Oh, I keep thinking about what Tommy's theory about Omega turning. It's making sense now.
Yeah. Well, especially after being the Elite this week, like it's all coming together and it's all going to be happening at All Out.
Jericho versus Joey Janela. Jericho just beat up Janela, made him bleed, and beat him.
Yeah, and Jericho's wearing the Orange Cassidy shirt, which I'm debating. I go to Hot Topic and buy. And Orange Cassidy just randomly like sat in the crowd for this match, and then he just ran in there, tried to beat up Jericho, got attacked, and then he pulled out a little bit of the bubbly and poured it out. So I'm very excited about this match on Saturday with the two of them.
I didn't know what was happening during this next segment because I kind of wasn't paying attention. But like all of a sudden, I looked up and there was like a brawl happening. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, because I watched AEW. What is it? The one on Fight TV. So I watched no commercials. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I watch stuff. I'm like, are they in a commercial right now? Or are they actually live right now? Like I have to ask myself that. Like I've asked
Mm-hmm.
you times when we watched it together. I'm like, what are you? What are you seeing right now on TV?
Yeah.
And
So
used.
I was not paying attention, but then I heard Eddie Kingston, so I kind of like turned around to see what was going on, and there's just a bunch of people in the ring, and I was like, "Meh, meh, it is what it is."
They're pretty much building up for the battle royal, the buy-in, which I don't know the winner of that. What did they even get? Like, did they even say what they get?
I don't know, but I'm assuming it's important, like
Team
it's
championship match, probably,
a
maybe.
championship or something. But yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm excited for it. I think Eddie Kingston's gonna win. Just throwing that out there.
We got Thunder Rosa. They're building her up because she's facing Hikaru Shida,
Mm-hmm.
and she faced Serena. I don't even know who this girl was, but they had a pretty good match, and obviously Thunder Rosa won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You may know Serena as the one from CM Punk's Straight Edge Society. It's from SmackDown.
Oh, the one that shaved her head. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Shades her head. That's who that is. So yeah, that's no one knows that. Like it's one of those things where they have the same name, obviously. So it's like, oh, is that the same person? But you add that last name, and it's like, probably not. But
Someone
no,
tweeted that. And you knew that?
what? Well, I know. I knew it. I just looked it up just now just to double check that I was not going crazy. But no, when they not signed her, but when they brought her in for like another match, um, I like looked it up to see if that was the same person because just to have that name in wrestling, it's like I don't know many people with that name in wrestling. So um, yeah, there you go. CM Punk return confirmed.
And then we had the main event. We had
Yes,
MJF's lawyer, aka Smart Mark Sterling, aka the producer of the Major Wrestling Figure podcast,
which is crazy when you
aka
think about it.
a person. Imagine this. Imagine if you placed a bet. Who would have a higher profile match on AEW? Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, or the damn producer of the Major Wrestling Figure podcast,
Yeah,
Mark Sterling.
it's
That's
crazy.
the joke.
Yeah, I
He
don't know. It's
main evented an AEW Dynamite show
mm-hmm,
for Matt Cardona. And I like how they built this up because he is a wrestler. He's been wrestling for
mm-hmm.
many
I
years.
didn't know that.
Yeah. We're like a team, I think in CCW or something.
Okay.
Uh, he's trained. He trains with Kurt Hawkins,
Mm-hmm.
Myers. MJF has been trained by Kurt Hawkins, Brian Myers. So yeah, they all know each other. So that's why he got into this spot. And I don't know. He put as a guy who acting like he could never wrestle in his life. He did pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Pretty
was.
much,
I
it was
saw a
a
lot.
comedy.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people hating it, but it's like, what are you gonna do when, like, what are you gonna have like Moxley in like a real match with like a real person before the pay per view? No.
You want him
So,
to sell, like pretty much building up to this guy saying he's never wrestled in his life. He's
mhm,
only trained for a week. Warlow was pretty good in the segment. He just looked like it's just annoyed the whole time.
yeah. And then
Um, so
after the match ended, Wardlow
yeah,
wasted no
Warlow
time.
comes, does two F10s on him. Is that what it's
Yeah,
called? I don't know. In my head, I called the F10.
I'll take it.
He beats up Mox, and then MJF comes out with his walker, throws his walker, takes off his neck brace, and then beats up Mox.
He beat him up to the point where like he
Oh, yeah,
used the
bleed.
ring he used the ring to to punch him, and then he like bit his head. And then he's like wiping his blood. And here's the thing, like I don't know, didn't like Renee, whatever her last name is, didn't she have like the virus? And I don't know, maybe she's married to John Moxley. And I don't know, let's just rub John Moxley's blood all over me. Like, come on now. Like, it was a great visual, but like,
He was sick. If he was sick, he wouldn't be there. So
I know, but still, you never know. You never know.
it's not
Like,
hepatitis. It's COVID.
I'm just saying, you never know what's good. No one knows, so you never know. But then the crowning moment at the very end there is Wardlow grabs the title, he stares at it, he gives it a really long stare, and that long stare makes me think that Wardlow is going
That big
to
navel. That when Batista grabbed the title before he handed the Triple H in Evolution.
exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. No, it wasn't, but yeah, I mean, it makes you think: is Wardlow going to cost MJF the match? I don't know. It really makes you think.
I don't know. You got to hear our thoughts on the next one that we do on Friday, and we're out of here.
That's it. I'll talk to you again
Go home show.
next one.